Us. I am George. We are all George. So in today's late night stream, I'm going to cover a few low cap altcoin gems. I know I've been talking a lot about Bitcoin, of course, and some of the big caps, but I haven't talked about low caps in quite some time. And today I have three good ones for you guys: LTO Network, Lukso, and Bepro. I think these are fantastic projects with good fundamentals, and they are doing quite well. They are doing quite well, so I want to share with you guys about these three low cap altcoin gems. Also, just take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin real quick, and let's do some Q&A. All right, so as always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, 2 streams every day, 11 a.m., 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and also make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. In fact, right before this stream, I was looking for ideas. There was not a whole lot going on tonight, and I'm like, real quick, you know, what altcoins do you believe in? I got a ton, like 1,000 responses almost immediately. So those of you guys that follow me on Twitter, thank you for that. But if you're not, make sure you do so. Make sure you do so. All right. Let's do this. Those of you guys in the chat, welcome. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. All right. So Bitcoin is at 50,600. Not too bad. It just fell down about 1,000, maybe like 30 minutes before I started the stream. So this morning, kind of same thing. You know, Bitcoin was doing well. It was about 50,000-ish, like right around this point. It fell down to about 49.8, 49.7. Right, and then it came right back up to 51.6, and now it's below. So right now, like I said this morning, Bitcoin is like trying to break through this 51,000 mark. 51,000 is definitely a point where Bitcoin is having problems, you know, surpassing and holding right now. You go back, you can see ever since we fell down from 58,000, many instances where it couldn't really hold above 51,000, right? But I think it's just a matter of time. This week, this new week is about to start. Stimulus package just got approved. There's going to be a lot of enthusiasm over it. A lot of money is going to be flowing into people's pockets. And you know what? I think that this week could be a very good week for the broader market. And if that happens, it could be very good for Bitcoin. So let's see what happens later tonight and tomorrow. If we can break above this 51,000 mark and hold above, that would be very positive. Now, real quick, there is going to be a Coinbase maintenance that's going to be happening, according to this, about 9 p.m. PST. So it's supposed to last about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes these Coinbase maintenance are twice as long. It can make it last 3 or 4 hours. Don't know what's going on, but basically, there might be some volatility. There might be. In the past, when Coinbase goes down, there's some volatility, some shenanigans that's going on, but who knows if that's going to happen today or not. Now, one thing that's also going to help is the fact that F2 pools outflow is really low. This is the lowest I've ever seen for quite some time. You could see that the 7th to 8th outflow on F2 pool is ridiculously low. This is what we want to see. Not that this is like something that's a shock. No, this is what we're supposed to be seeing, like really low outflows from a mining pool. So that is also helping the case right now with Bitcoin. When you got a lot of enthusiasm over this new stimulus package, low outflows from F2 pool. So things are looking pretty good with this combination right now, right? But we'll see what happens with this Coinbase upgrade. Binance had an upgrade not too long ago. There was some volatility. Let's see if this Coinbase upgrade will have some volatility. But going forward this week, I think we're going to see pretty good things. Overall market cap holding around $1.57 trillion. BTC dominance still relatively low, 60.3%, and ETH's dominance is still pretty high, 12.6%. In fact, I just did a video about Ethereum this morning, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Island, this is not the time for that. Maybe during Q&A, but I appreciate it. All right, so let me get to the 3 low cap gems. I already told you who they were, but I think these projects are pretty darn good. So let's start with the first one, LTO Network. Had a good day today, up about 25%. Overall market cap is still very low, under $145 million. So definitely a small cap with today's standard. Maybe like a year ago, this would be a mid cap, but today's standard, it's definitely a small cap. So what is LTO Network? Well, they're a hybrid blockchain. So they do have their own blockchain, but they're hybrid because they operate private blockchains for corporations and a public blockchain that handles consensus and all that stuff. So it's a combination of both. Now, there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this because, as far as I know, they are the only blockchain that is GDPR compliant, which is a big thing for European countries, and it's a very big thing for small to mid-sized businesses. And what this entails is basically, if you're a user, you have certain rights. You have certain rights. A lot of companies store data about you. So there's three fundamental things about it. Number one is to be able to access it. Number two is to be able to change it. And number three is to delete it. These are essential things that basically small businesses and medium-sized businesses have to comply in terms of user data. But as you can see with a private blockchain, that is impossible. You can't do that. Everything that's stored on there is on the blockchain forever. So that is why this is a hybrid blockchain, because LTO Network allows businesses to come out with their own private blockchains. And because of that, they're able to modify the data within. But that private blockchain is part of a bigger public blockchain where you can stake and govern, right? So there's a combination of the two, which is quite interesting. But their biggest draw is that they are GDPR compliant, so that businesses in Europe or anywhere else can utilize a blockchain like LTO, where they couldn't utilize something else that is purely public, right? And there are ones that are purely private, but then they're not really decentralized in nature. So that's the biggest draw to LTO Network, which is kind of interesting. Now, if you look at some of their partnerships, they have some good partnerships already. Not the biggest ones out there, but they are working with IBM on their VID solution, which is Internet Environments. They're working with CMS, it's a law and tax project. And then they have a few others that they're working with, even University of Hague University, right? You could go on. They do have some partnerships. Also, they are multi-chain. So not only do they have their own blockchain, but they also exist, at least their tokens exist on Ethereum and also Binance Smart Chain. So they have like a 3-token setup. And they did this on purpose for liquidity reasons. So in case there is some kind of project that wants to interact with LTO Network or any of the private chains, right? There's basic liquidity that allows any project from Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum basically making it compatible. So that's also pretty unique. And if you look at the founders, they're not bad. Like CEO Rick Smits, if you look at his experience, he worked as a co-founder for legal things. He has some law experience. Firm 24, he worked at PwC, a big Deloitte, the part of the big four. So he definitely has tax experience. He's also a lawyer, right? So he's worked around a few big places. And the CTO, Seven Stam, he's also been around a few places. And also, he's definitely a technology guy, right? Not the most seasoned business professionals, but pretty good. Up and coming young guys that seem to know what they're doing and have some experience within their resume. So that's number one, LTO Network. LTO Network, I think their biggest draw is they're like a regulated blockchain, so to speak. So this makes it really easy for businesses to adapt, and they don't have to worry about a lot of these requirements, especially European businesses. And if you look at the exchanges they're on the biggest ones that you want to see, like Binance, also Binance Dex, on Uniswap, BitMax, so they're on a plethora of exchanges. So number one is LTO Network. All right. Now, moving on from LTO Network, number two is Lukso. Now this one is a smaller one, half in market cap, I should say. 61 million. And there's a huge fan base for Lukso. Or the fan base is just stalking me because I got asked about this nonstop. Nonstop. But you know what? After looking at it, it's a pretty darn good project. It's a pretty darn good project with a lot of potential. So what is Lukso? Lukso is going to be a brand new blockchain that is Ethereum virtual machine compatible. The biggest draw to Lukso has to be the founder. The founder, Fabian Vogelsteller, I think that's how you say it. He is one of the earliest Ethereum developers. He is the guy that created the ERC20 standard, the standard that powers all DeFi and NFT projects. So he is the founder of ERC20. He also worked on many other things, such as the Ethereum wallet, the Web3 browser, the JavaScript, Web3.JavaScript library. So he worked on all of that. So he worked closely with Vitalik. He's not a co-founder. We know that Gavin Wood, Charles Hoskinson, Vitalik, Joseph Lubin, and a few others, they were founders and they all founded other projects that are highly successful. So Fabian is not a founder, but he's one of the earliest developers and he did contribute in a great way. So he is definitely the biggest draw. And also his counterpart, Marjorie, also brings a lot to this project. So Fabian, not only is he the creator of ERC20, he also is working on a new standard called ERC 725. Now, ERC 725, I tried to understand. There's a lot of token standards. ERC 725 is really an evolution of 721, and 721 is evolution of 20. So there's a lot of evolutions there. But if you look at this, it's an identity standard. Basically, this will identify who a token belongs to. But there's more than that. There's a lot more than that. And this could be the evolution of NFTs. So at first I didn't understand. A lot of people kept saying, hey, Lukso is an NFT play. I'm like, no, it's not. There's nothing in here about NFTs. But, if you actually look at this video from Fabian, and he explains it, he dumbs it down quite a bit. But the main thing that I got out of this video was that if you look at NFTs right now with ERC20 tokens, you know how every single NFT requires a single token, right? And all these NFTs are sold lot of one because that's how the standard works. There's really no other way to do it. With the new standard 725, you're able to define multiples of something so that you can create, let's say, 1,000 NFTs at once and assign it to one person. And using that standard, you could use it across multiple platforms without recreating it. So this is definitely an evolution. If this gets approved and this is a new standard, this could definitely change the way NFTs work in the future. Right now, it's a very basic form. Everything is one-to-one, and you have to keep creating it across different platforms, right? With this new 725 standard, it goes way beyond that. And that's just for NFT applications. But there's also, he explains, many other things that you can do with the 725 standard. So this guy definitely is very, very, very smart. Very smart indeed, okay? You just listen to him. He's really smart, like I said. Now, I mentioned about his other counterpart, Marjorie, who brings a plethora of experience from the retail side. So Lukso is not supposed to be like a DeFi or NFT play. They're actually a new blockchain that's focused on fashion, social media, gaming, basically hot things right now. But most it seems like it's gearing towards to be more like a fashion retail play. Because if you look at the advisors, you have Vice President Digital from Nike, that is advisor. You have a president of Europe of Chanel, that is advisor. And then look at former artistic director of fashion image as Chanel, and then you look at Burberry digital technology. So you get the point, right? So it's looking like they're becoming more like a fashion retail kind of chain, but it goes way beyond that. They explain that it could be used for anything: social media, it could be for gaming, obviously it could be DeFi, NFTs, it could be a whole bunch of things. So Lukso seems like they're definitely the real deal, especially because of Fabian. So especially since their market cap is so low at 61 million, you know what? I think they have a lot of potential. The one thing that may be holding back is changes, but they are on KuCoin, so I like it. And they were a spotlight project from KuCoin, which means that they were incubated by KuCoin. I don't know how much incubation they actually had, but you know, Binance has their own incubation and KuCoin has their own, so they came out of that. So yeah, I like Lukso quite a bit. All right, lastly, let's move to Bepro, which is a really ultra low cap at $13 million. They're up only 6% today. If you look at Bepro, what are they all about? Well, they define themselves as the future of DeFi gaming, but they're really not about that at all. They're really about creating white label or source code for other projects to use. They're really concentrated on making income and revenue, which is very different than all these other projects, which doesn't care about revenue. It's always about growth. Bepro does care about growth, but they're creating basically code base or white label solutions for others to utilize, and they're in a lot of things. For example, esports and esports betting. So if you are a project that wants to offer esports betting on tournaments, you could utilize Bepro and do that. And basically any tournament out there, all the popular games, they already have it in their platform, and you could just white label it and put it into your own site. In fact, they do work with this other company called TKN that already utilize this platform. So they're in esports betting, which is really big. Also, of course, they're in DeFi. So if you want to create your own, token on ERC20 network, ERC20 token, I should say. They allow you to do that. It's complicated to create a token with ERC20. There's a lot of projects that does it, but it requires a lot of coding. But you know what? That's another thing they do. If you want to offer it, you want to create your own token, they have a solution that helps you do that right away. So that's also live. And on top of that, they also help you stake. So that's another thing that they're very proud of, is that native staking for a project is rarer than you think. A lot of projects don't have that. And why staking is important is because right now with DeFi and stuff, obviously it's very hot, right? They allow companies or projects to stake so that you can offer your tokens in a liquidity pool or offer it on a lending platform. So there's a lot to it, that comes with it. So they also help you do that as well, right? So as you can see, they're basically a code base. They're a white label solution to help projects, get involved with all these things, right? And they're worrying, like I said, they concentrate on revenue. If you look at the roadmap, they actually set, like a goal for themselves, right? Like in the first half of 2021, they want to make 50,000 plus for MMR. And I forgot what MMR is, but there's something about their revenue or whatever. And, they want to get into casinos and prediction markets, developer marketplace. I mean, they have set goals for themselves. In Q2, you could see that they plan on coming out with a full decentralized network that is running on multiple chains, Polkadot, Kusama, and Moonbeam. So they don't want to be just stuck on Ethereum. And of course, they have other things going on. So pretty ambitious. And one of the founders, the co-founder Ru, and I have no idea how to say that last name, but he's also co-founder of another project on Polkadot already called Polka Markets, and maybe some of you guys know of Polka Markets. It's a prediction market, gamified prediction market for many things. It could be anything, but basically it's running on top of Polkadot, and this guy is also co-founder of that, and he's co-founder of Bepro, so he has some experience. Not a seasoned business professional, but every founder of Bepro I've looked at, seems like they're ambitious entrepreneurs that that really just want to get things done. And I like, if you read through the blog post, there's not a lot of them. They seem like they really care about helping businesses grow and not just helping them pump. So that's also something I like. So that's the third one, Bepro. I think great potential at 13 million market cap, ultra low cap, right? And if you look at the markets, if it comes up, they are also on KuCoin and Uniswap, right? A lot of people keep complaining, I can't get anything on Binance. I'm not eligible on Binance. That's why a lot of these projects are on KuCoin that I'm looking at. So KuCoin is definitely a very good good exchange to use as an alternative to Binance or Binance.us. All right, that's it. That's it. These are three I want to cover: LTO Network, Lukso, and Bepro. All right, so that is it, and I will turn back to you guys for some Q&A. Hellcat, it cost me nothing. It just created. Now, when I hit approve, maybe it costs something to put into my wallet, but when you create it, it's free. Stephen Nagel says, take a deeper look at circuits of value, make an emblem vault. Please see what it can do. What's circuits of value? What kind of project name is that? Cobol. Man, this is slow. Really slow. All right, really low market cap. What are they doing? No information on what they're doing. Markets, Uniswap, and who only. Entire wallet inside a token. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Someone asked me about it before. Tradable DeFi pools. Yeah, you could tokenize an entire pool. You could tokenize any privacy token. It's basically creating synthetic tokens of anything. I mean, I see a value in that. I see a value in that. And look at this. You can trade. You can tokenize like a portfolio too. It's actually kind of unique. I don't know how it works, but it actually looks kind of unique. So I'll do a deeper dive in this. This could be a low cap gem, but what's holding it back right now is the exchanges. So that looks pretty good. Next up, Roy asks, have you looked into FEG tokens, community based? Fees are distributed. Okay. They're doing Binance and Ethereum bridge launching soon. Nope, never looked at it before. What is this, man? It can't even calculate the price. Max circulating supply of 100 quadrillion each transaction. Okay, man, I'm not looking at this. This just seems like it was created just for pumping purposes. So I'm sorry, man. Have you seen a new NFT creation platform, Paint? That's a good token name, symbol. Down 37%. That can't be good on a good day like today. A digital collaborative mural that anyone can draw on without restrictions. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this for now. Probably way too early. What does Rito asks, what does Elon Musk mean by any crypto wallet that won't give you your private key should be voided at all costs? What wallet does that mean? No, Ledger does have, you control your private key. So they're talking about like hot wallets, like a Coinbase wallet. You can't get a private key to your Coinbase wallet. So he's talking about, usually wallets from like financial apps or exchanges, but like a Ledger does. You get access to your private key. So hopefully that explains it. Your Pistola, appreciate that. Can you look at, man, Mandela Exchange. First private exchange launches on Binance Cloud. This is an old project. I remember this is an old project, right? Yeah, it was 2017. They overhauled in 2019, partnered with Binance Cloud to develop, white label, and host the exchange. Okay. It's used for exotic order types. Trading competition, giveaway, lifting. Yeah, okay. Seems like they were like bought by Binance or something. I didn't even know Binance had Binance Cloud. I didn't even know that's a thing. But now I do. The new Mandela Exchange powered by Binance Cloud enables users to experience better trading depth, security, and transaction speed. Honestly, this is the first time I ever heard of Binance Cloud. I don't know where that came from. All right, so it provides trading capability, referral. Okay. So basically, they're trying to copy BNB. Basically, if you use it, you could use it for certain things to get rewards or trading discounts and so forth. I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't seem too appealing for me. I think their biggest draw is they keep saying they're on Binance Cloud, but that doesn't mean anything. They're just leasing that space. That doesn't mean anything official with Binance. Scrolling down. Chris, appreciate it. I'm not a fan of Reef. Terra Virtua, I think they have potential. They're an NFT play. They have some good partnerships, and they do actually have quite a bit. I did talk about them in Patreon. Yeah, they do. They have partnership with a couple of movie producers, or maybe one. But yeah, they're an NFT play. They have marketplace, so they actually seem pretty good. They seem pretty good. Look at this, $400 for this. Unimax. Man, why do you guys keep picking projects that are so new that there's no market cap listed? Innovative on-chain margin trading platform, entirely contained within Uniswap, which means that shorts longs are directly executed on Uniswap rather than through an artificial approach. So it's like a layer on top of Uniswap. There seems to be a lot that's happening with Uniswap like that. So they're like an exchange on top of Uniswap. Interesting. So rather than use the confusing AMM DEX, you're using an easier platform that's built on top of Uniswap. Okay. I could dig it, but it seems like it's just too early at this point. Thanks for the Bepro shout out. Jeff, appreciate it. Zilliqa and Shadows Network. And Venus. I'll answer Venus first because Venus is really good. Venus is like Compound and Maker on Binance Smart Chain. And if you look at their liquidity, it's insanely high versus how much they're worth. So if you look at Venus, they have 3.3 billion locked in, and their market cap is nowhere close to that. So I think Venus is insanely undervalued in the DeFi space. Now, Harmony, I did not look at yet. Zilliqa, I did look at. Zilliqa has some stuff going on. They definitely have some stuff going on. They have interesting things, but I think they're going to be fine. Shadows Network. Is it a Shadows or Shadow Token? I don't know which one. but they both seem like they're way too small. In case anyone's wondering, I'm having a white claw again. This is my preferred drink of choice now. Hellcat Crypto. I don't think anyone's trying to find the next Bitcoin. I think you may be wrong about that. I've been trying to explain in all my videos that nothing competes with Bitcoin. Everything else is their own thing. They're satisfying different niches and so forth, but no one competes with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only store of value out there, as far as I'm concerned. If you want to store value, you go with Bitcoin. If you want like a blockchain that powers dApps, then you look at someone like Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Chain, Polkadot, and others, right? And then if you want to look at oracles, you look at Chainlink. So there's different blockchains for different niches, but none of them compete with Bitcoin. Thoughts on ICX? I think ICX kind of lost its luster, by the way. I mean, it was once upon a time the biggest South Korean play, but no longer. That belongs to Terra now. Terra is on a freaking tear, by the way. Above $8, up almost 50% this last week. They are huge. I'm much more interested in Terra than I am of Icon. Conflux, high-speed chain with zero gas. See, stuff like that doesn't really interest me anymore. I want to know about like partnerships, the team, you know, stuff like that. Any chain can say they're high speed, you know, but that doesn't really mean anything. Breaking down barrier scaling, opportunity, connecting community, okay, internet value. We're a supported group of strategic partners, okay. Oh, look at that. Our favorite mining pool, F2 pool, is investor in this project. So that automatically makes a no. Sorry. KLV. Kelver? Claver? A crypto wallet serving about 2 million users. That's a big number. I don't know if I believe that. Decent market cap, 137. Easy crypto investment for smart people. What if they're not so smart? Can they not use it? Wallet, browser, easy token swap. 190 countries, 30, yeah, and they have apps. Okay, at face value, they sound good. I have to do more research. Where are they listed at? KuCoin. This could be a good one. And I like that market cap too. This could be a good one. I'll have to look more into it. You just don't want to give up on Zilliqa, huh? 1.3 billion. They're getting close back to all-time highs. So I know that they're working on their new mainnet, which is coming out pretty soon. And within that mainnet, they have a few other things coming. Research development mainnet. Let's see their development roadmap for 2021 if it lists it. But I know their new one is going to have native tokens. I don't know if this one. Where's the new roadmap? There's a new one that's coming out. Yeah, I can't find a new one. Zilliqa is good. It's good. They have good stuff, but I don't know. I'm just not that too excited about them because I got out of Zilliqa bandwagon a while ago because the founders left the team. And I bet they regret leaving the team. Have you looked at DeFi insurance backed by Alameda Research. Partners Avalanche. Alameda seems to be investing in everything, to be honest. Which one is it? Is it Union Finance? Union Protocol Governance Token. Is this what it is? DeFi protection delivered. What does that mean? Anyone could buy tailored protection. Okay, yeah. So this is an insurance play. So no. Insurance and DeFi is BS. I'll just tell you that right now. This is just like a scam. There's no way these insurance projects for crypto can insure anything. They don't have the market cap. There's no way. When Meekrat gets hacked for 41 million, you think these guys are gonna have 41 million to cover and pay out? No. Don't look at insurances. They're ridiculous. They just want to, just like real life insurance, all they want to do is basically they want to collect money from you and never pay out. So don't look at insurances. VeChain, you should know. Well, maybe you don't know because you're new, but I like VeChain a lot. And I'm glad to see that they are finally moving up, but I know that they're going to be in top 10 in the near future. Shadows, big partners. Well, someone asked about Shadows before. Hub for issuing, trading, lending, and borrow synthetic assets. Okay. Supported by Web3 Foundation Grants Program. So they're working with Polkadot. What are these big partners? I hate these projects that, like, the web pages that don't allow you to scroll all the way down. I fail to see the big partners in this list. Consensus, I guess. Bitcoin.com is not a good big partner. Polka Fund, I guess it's a fund, but I mean these are like investment companies. They're not partners. Yeah. I mean, it could be a good one, but it seems like they're a little too early. Yeah, they only came out in March. And that website sucks, to be honest. Really bad website. Did you see Viking Swap shut down? Might want to warn your viewers not to purchase a token. It was staking play on BSC. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't doubt it. So many of these new projects that come out, people just like invest $1 million into them because they think it's like they're making crazy amount of gains. But yeah, you never know about these projects. They could just shut down anytime. So be careful with them. Tesla says life insurance doesn't pay for medical except death. I don't even know if they do that. Could Elon sell BTC to lift Tesla stock? He could, but he won't because he's not an idiot. He's just go buy more, just like Michael Saylor. People that truly understand Bitcoin won't have that question. So people that say that are people that are haters and they hate the fact that they missed the Bitcoin train. That's why they would say that. But if you truly understand Bitcoin, you'll never want to sell it. Jeff, you gave me hope, taught me about diamond hands. Great. I guess, what would BTC market cap be? I would guess 10 trillion like gold. Do you blaze? Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that, looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is right below silver. Right below silver. It's going to pass silver pretty soon. And it's going to climb the ranks until it passes gold. And gold has fallen quite a bit. So Peter Schiff is not very happy. So yeah, Bitcoin goes up 10x from here, 500,000, and it'll be equal to gold. I think that will happen. Just a matter of time. Maybe not the end of this year, which may be a little bit too quick. But, you know, within the next few years, yeah. Hellcat, I did not watch this startup. I have no idea where it's even on. I don't watch any TV at all right now. If you could only have 10 altcoins, what would they be? That's too long to answer. You should join Patreon. Then you'll see a list of like 50 altcoins that I like. Lipka, appreciate that. I don't know what else there is. This. All right, I'm going to leave this as the last one. ERSDL. What is this? That's the worst symbol I've ever seen. Unfederal Reserve. I get what they're trying to do, but a horrible name. Your middle market DeFi solution is a banking SaaS company built on blockchain technology. I mean, isn't there supposed to be a space there? Our banking products are designed for smaller U.S. Treasury banks? Okay. No. No bank is going to be utilizing this. That's for sure. And the fact that they messed up their webpage looks even worse. Virtual work team thoughts on Civic. Civic is an old project, like an ID play to put your ID out there. It never caught on. These ID plays won't catch on. Like big, you know, like the U.S. government, they're not going to put your ID. They're not going to allow you to put your ID on one of these blockchain companies. They're probably going to create their own digital solution. They want to control that. So I doubt those ID projects will really go anywhere. Bad asks, do you think this week will be a dip for ETH and BTC? No, I do not. Where have you been, man? This whole last week, the whole last 2 weeks, basically were dips. Why would you think there's another dip coming up? No. And do you really think ETH will be 16K end of the year? I think if Bitcoin goes up 10K, Ethereum will be higher than that. It'll be like 20K by the end of the year. It really depends. Everything hinders on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up 10x, Ethereum will go up 10x at least, if not 15x. Same deal with Cardano, Polkadot, Binance Smart Chain, maybe even Uniswap. They're going to go up 10, 15, 20x. So that's why I always preface saying if Bitcoin goes up that much. If Bitcoin doesn't, if Bitcoin only doubles or triples, then yeah, it's probably going to be double or triple for these guys. They're not going to decouple away from Bitcoin yet. So I think a lot of people always think that these projects are decoupling away. They haven't yet. They haven't. There are some times they do, but overall they haven't. Woo Trade. Zero commit. Okay. Keep all that URL. I love the fact that user A, B, and C, they're all trading 1 million plus a day as if like that's common in the crypto industry. Why don't you use something more normal? Like 1,000 a day, 10,000 a day? Why would you show 1 million, 5 million, and 10 million? How many people trade 10 million a day? Come on. Average trader save 500,000 over 1 year? Okay. So whoever's in charge of Woo Trading's marketing should be fired ASAP. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Can Umbrella compete with Chainlink? No, I don't believe any Oracle will compete with Chainlink. They're just, when you need robust data, you need to get it from someone that you trust, and that's Chainlink. You won't trust that data to anyone else because the companies or the DeFi projects that have before, they all got hacked. And after they get hacked, they go back to Chainlink. So I don't think any of them are good place until they can prove that they get an enormous amount of traction, that there is a lot of projects that's utilizing them. Otherwise, just stick with Chainlink. All right. That's it, guys. Overall, Bitcoin's holding 50,600. Like to see it go above 51,000 on hold. That's what we want to see. That 50,000 mark, 51,000 mark. This week, I think will be good for the broader markets. And if so, it's going to be good for Bitcoin. F2 pools dumping is at an all-time low. So that's also fantastic. But hopefully you guys enjoyed these 3 projects I covered for you guys. LTO Network, Lukso, and Bepro. I think they all have really good potential for the future. And Logan, I do like Cosmos. I think they're very good. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, right? And have a good night. Also check out my Patreon Teachable if you want some more exclusive